Welcome to the Retro 21 Studios podcast. I'm your host, M Squared. This is episode 2. In this episode, we continue our conversation with ChatGPT. However, there are a couple of changes in this episode that I think will be of interest to you. One of the big ones is that I spent 30 minutes training my voice into an artificial intelligence tool, one that synthesizes your voice. So you train your voice into the tool. It takes maybe anywhere from 2 to 24 hours. That's a big window where your voice is processed and then it comes back. You get a notification in your email saying, hey, your voice has been added to the metaverse. Your voice has been added to a synthesized voice library. And so in this tool, you have the ability to do what's called an overdub. And so if you have a mistake, so you have a transcript, you actually go in, take a look at the transcript and make the change. And the change, you select overdub and the correction will add your voice into it. So it's really cool. And I just had to give it a shot. And let me know what you think. The entire interview with ChatGPT is through my synthesized voice as well as several AI voice personas that I picked up from the tool as well. I also appreciate your feedback from episode 1. The feedback was great. The subject is of great interest to all of us, and you expressed that in comments that you shared with me. So that's awesome. We'll continue that conversation. Before we hop into the chat with GPT part 2, I wanted to first show you or clarify. So I'm making a lot of references to ChatGPT. ChatGPT is certainly not the only tool out there, the only AI tool where you could enter your text and get some sort of meaningful output. So I actually put in, and you could do the same thing into ChatGPT. Like, what are some of those other tools? And as you can see here, there's several. There's, of course, the earlier versions of GPT. There's a tool by Google, has a few tools out there. There's BERT, there's T5, there's XLNet, and then there's some other tools, Grover and CTRL. You'll see any number of products emerging. Some address a specific purpose. Others came about to address a shortcoming in another tool. So like any other product, it really depends on your use case. What exactly are you looking for? And then you look at what the tool offers and you'll select, I hope you'd select one that works best for the job. And oftentimes you'll have to experiment with one or two. I've not had an opportunity to experiment with these tools. I did pull up the pages for you, just flipping around a bit. This is BERT from Google that we talked about. And let's see, this is T5, the 5 T's, the text-to-text transfer transformer. This is AI2. And so this is their page. Looks really cool. And this one, here's yet another older article from June of 2019. And this article it's a comparative exercise with XLNet. And it's talking about how it tops BERT. And looks like this is a collaborative effort with Google and CMU. And this article actually does a deep dive here, comparative exercise here. So that's not what we're doing here. We're not getting under the hood into these tools and we're not comparing one or the other. Again, this is to whet your appetite. Get out there, search these tools out if you have an interest. For some of you already in the field, you may be familiar with these tools and you may be using some of them fairly extensively. If you are, hit us up on Podbean or on Apple Podcasts. I'd be interested to know how you're using the tool, what the tool is and how you're using it. And here's one more here. This is the Salesforce tool. And this is a conditional transformer language model for controllable generation. This is yet another 2019 article. And yeah, so there's lots out there. So it's not just ChatGPT. ChatGPT definitely has name recognition. And so that's why I selected it for these first two podcasts. So let's jump back into the realm of AI synthesized voices. Okay, so I've dived right into the deep end with AI. Last week, I watched an internet series from 2021. I was particularly interested in how the series unexpectedly evolved to a hard focus on AI like full human integration. I mentioned the series because perhaps the main actor's integration into AI inspired me. Well, not a level where I am down with implanting a neural implant with nanowires into my brain, but I did manage to synthesize my voice. Can you tell? All I have to do is type text into the AI tool and it will reproduce my voice. Do I have privacy concerns? Am I worried about a deep fake with my voice? I'm thinking the concerns are not greater than when I'm interacting with an AI-based call system that informs you that the call is being recorded for training purposes. I honestly want it to be closer to the synthetic AI voice personas who I plan to interview. Perhaps they will be more warm and forthcoming. But seriously, I am concerned about personal privacy, and I am concerned about powerful tools and technology that have great impacts on our lives. As I mentioned in episode 1, knowledge is power. In some cases, the quest for knowledge and understanding involves some risk. I'd like to believe I operate well within the realm of calculated risk. In the case of voice synthesis, many of you consent to voice capture on a daily basis, as you converse on recorded lines. Whether or not your recorded voice is being used to train an AI system, I do not have that answer. Let's begin our interview by picking up our questions regarding AI with Emily. Her persona actually emanates from another AI tool, the same I used to synthesize my voice. The realism appears to be on par or perhaps beyond the earlier voice tool. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section of Podbean or my new launch on Apple Podcasts. Emily, do you honestly believe that the pace of AI advancement is commensurate with humans' ability to keep up with the technology? For instance, how do you learn to work alongside AI when many humans do not understand the technology, let alone how it is incorporated into their daily lives?
M squared, thanks for the opportunity to participate in your podcast. I especially like your synthetic AI voice. Your question highlights a significant concern in the rapid development of AI technologies. Indeed, the pace of AI advancement can be daunting, and there is a genuine challenge in ensuring that people are not left behind. This is a multifaceted problem that requires efforts from different aspects of society. 1. Education and literacy. As AI becomes more integrated into our lives, there is a growing need for public education about what AI is, how it works, and its implications. This doesn't mean everyone needs to be an AI engineer, but a basic understanding will become increasingly important. Much like how digital literacy is essential today, schools and educational institutions will need to adapt curricula to reflect this new reality. 2. Public policy and regulation. Governments will play a crucial role in creating policies and regulations that protect people's interests in the face of rapid AI advancement. This might involve, for example, regulations about how AI can be used, policies to ensure that the economic benefits of AI are widely shared, or training programs to help workers whose jobs are affected by AI. 3. Transparency and explainability in AI. AI researchers and developers have a responsibility to make AI systems as understandable and transparent as possible. This includes creating tools and techniques to explain AI decisions, and ensuring that AI systems provide clear and understandable feedback to their users. 4. User-centric design. AI applications should be designed with the end user in mind, ensuring they are accessible, understandable, and easy to use. This involves not just technical design, but also considering the social and ethical implications of the technology. 5. AI as a tool. It's important to remember that AI is a tool designed to augment human abilities and make our lives easier. Just as one doesn't need to understand how an engine works to drive a car, or how a microprocessor works to use a computer, most people will interact with AI through applications that require no special knowledge to use. The challenge of keeping pace with AI development is real, but with concerted effort and a focus on education, policy, transparency, and user-centric design, it's a challenge that society can meet.
I agree that education is crucial to understanding the benefits and costs of AI. The congressional hearings on artificial intelligence though at this point Congress appears to be in the early stages of passing any real legislation. The good news is that all sides appear to be on the same page with respect to some form of meaningful governance. So, Ethan, what are some of the current applications of AI that many citizens would be surprised to learn that AI technologies are involved?
AI technologies have become pervasive in many aspects of life, often in ways that aren't immediately obvious. Here are some areas where AI is being used that might surprise some people. 1. Healthcare. Beyond high-profile applications like diagnosing diseases from medical images, AI is being used in areas like predicting patient risks, personalizing treatment plans, and even discovering new drugs. 2. Entertainment. AI is used to generate recommendations on streaming platforms, but it's also used in the creation of content. For instance, AI technologies have been used to create music, write scripts, and even to generate deepfake videos. 3. Agriculture. AI is used to optimize planting and irrigation, predict crop yields, and even to autonomously drive tractors and other farm equipment. AI is used for credit scoring, fraud detection, and to provide personalized financial advice. 5. Retail. AI is used to predict trends, optimize prices, manage inventory, and personalize shopping experiences. 6. Logistics. AI is used to optimize routes for delivery vehicles, manage warehouses, and predict demand to ensure goods are in the right place at the right time. 7. Energy. AI is used to predict energy demand, optimize the operation of power plants, and even to operate autonomous drilling rigs. 8. Customer service. Many companies use AI-powered chatbots to provide customer service, often handling routine inquiries without human intervention. 9. Recruitment. AI is used to screen job applications and CVs, helping to match potential candidates with job descriptions and even predicting job performance. 10. Environment. AI is used to predict weather patterns, track wildlife, and model climate change. The use of AI in these areas often happens behind the scenes, making the technology invisible to many people. Nonetheless, AI has become a critical component of many industries and sectors of society.
So, some may feel as if humans will, over time, become subservient to AI, even if working alongside and embracing the technology.
While AI is becoming increasingly integrated into many aspects of our lives and society, it's important to remember that AI is a tool created and controlled by humans. The goal of AI isn't to create a technology that humans are subservient to, but rather to create a tool that can help us achieve our goals more effectively and efficiently. That said, your concern is an important one and touches on some crucial ethical and societal considerations. As AI becomes more advanced, it's crucial to manage its development and deployment carefully to ensure it is used ethically and for the benefit of all. This includes things like ensuring transparency in AI decision-making, avoiding bias in AI systems, and preventing the misuse of AI. Furthermore, as AI systems become more capable, it's important to consider their impact on jobs and the economy. While AI can improve productivity and create new opportunities, it can also displace jobs, particularly in certain sectors. Addressing this challenge will require efforts such as retraining programs, education, and possibly policy interventions. OpenAI, the organization behind the AI you're currently interacting with, is committed to ensuring that artificial general intelligence benefits all of humanity. They've pledged to use any influence they obtain over AGI's deployment to ensure it is used for everyone's benefit, and to avoid uses of AI that harm humanity or concentrate power unduly. So, while it's important to be mindful of the challenges and risks associated with AI, remember that AI is a tool. Like any tool, its impact on society, whether beneficial or harmful, depends on how we choose to use it.
Yes, humans control AI, but perhaps to a certain point, there have been recent warnings about AI becoming sentient. In particular, there are strong rumors that Google AI is sentient. These fears have been heightened by recent warnings by Elon Musk and OpenAI founder, and most recently by Google's Geoffrey Hinton. Perhaps Hinton's departure from Google is beyond your latest training, but Hinton is warning of bad actors, and that if something is not done to address the dark side of AI, there is no turning back.
As of my last training data in September 2021, AI is not sentient. Sentience refers to the capacity to have subjective experiences, or in other words, the ability to feel experiences. Current AI, including advanced models like GPT-3, do not have feelings, consciousness, or an understanding of their own existence. They operate based on patterns in the data they've been trained on and do not have a will, desires, or experiences. Concerns raised by experts like Elon Musk and Geoffrey Hinton often revolve around the misuse of AI technology, the potential for unintended harmful consequences, and the concentration of power that could result from advanced AI systems. These concerns are valid and important, but they do not imply that AI is or will become sentient. AI could potentially pose risks if it's used maliciously, if it's used inappropriately, or if it makes decisions that humans don't understand or agree with. It's also possible that very advanced AI could take actions that its developers didn't intend, particularly if it's given broad autonomy and poorly specified goals. However, these risks don't involve AI becoming sentient or wanting anything on its own. They're more about the potential for humans to use or control AI in harmful ways, or for us to fail to anticipate and manage the complexities of very advanced AI systems. As of my last training cutoff, there's no evidence or serious scientific proposals suggesting that AI can or will become sentient with further refinement of current techniques. However, the field of AI ethics and safety is an active area of research and discussion, and the exact future trajectory of AI capabilities remains uncertain. It's important for society to continue this conversation and take these concerns seriously.
I hope you are enjoying the dialogue. I must say there is a lot going on behind the scenes from an AI and human interaction perspective. The initial queries were fed into ChatGPT a few weeks ago. As I am producing the current episode, I decided to submit the same questions regarding sentient AI into an updated chat where OpenAI claims that ChatGPT IV is their most capable model for tasks that require creativity and advanced reasoning. Here is the comparable response.
As of my last training data in September 2021, there was no credible evidence to suggest that AI has achieved sentience, which refers to the capacity for subjective perceptions and experiences. The idea of sentient AI exists mostly in the realm of science fiction and speculation. If there have been advancements beyond my knowledge cutoff, I cannot provide accurate information on them. Regarding the warnings from Elon Musk and other AI researchers, they are not necessarily about AI becoming sentient. They're primarily about the risks posed by advanced AI systems that could act in ways not intended or understood by their human creators, especially when these systems are used in high-stakes decision-making contexts. If Google's Geoffrey Hinton has indeed left Google and issued further warnings about AI since my last update, I don't have specific information on it. However, Hinton has been a leading figure in the field of artificial intelligence, and particularly in deep learning. If he has issued warnings, it is very likely that they would be taken seriously by the AI research community. It's important to understand that AI is a tool and, like any tool, it can be used for both good and bad purposes. The warnings issued by AI researchers are often more about ensuring that we understand and control the technology than about the technology itself becoming independently malicious. The regulation of AI and the development of safety measures are crucial to mitigate the risks. This includes things like developing transparent and understandable AI, setting up rigorous testing procedures for AI systems, ensuring AI is used in a way that respects human rights and freedoms, and making sure there is a legal and ethical framework in place to deal with any issues that arise.
Since we are discussing sentient AI, I go back far enough to remember the sci-fi movie Colossus, The Forbidden Project. If you are not familiar with this sci-fi classic, I encourage you to check it out. What's really crazy about this is that Colossus started out with a ChatGPT-like text framework and progressed to voice synthesis, and that was decades ago. Okay, while the movie is old-school science fiction, is it possible for bad actors within military or intelligence agencies to create a sentient, or all-controlling system like Colossus, or Guardian? And by the way, Guardian was an advanced system created by the Russians, comparable to Colossus. Of course, at some point the two systems found a way to join forces to save humanity from itself.
Colossus, the Forbidden Project is indeed a compelling exploration of the potential risks associated with artificial intelligence. However, as of my last training cutoff in September 2021, the creation of a sentient AI, or an AI that has control over all aspects of society like Colossus, is not within the capabilities of current technology. AI systems operate based on the data they're trained on and the instructions they're given. They don't have desires, consciousness, or understanding of their own existence. They can't want to take over the world, because they can't want anything. They don't have feelings or desires. However, these risks are quite different from the scenario depicted in Colossus, the Forbidden Project. They're more about the potential for human misuse of AI and the challenges of managing complex, autonomous systems. It's important to continue research and discussions about the ethical and safety aspects of AI and to put in place appropriate policies, regulations, and safeguards.
Okay, thank you for the team of personas who gracefully handle my queries. I do have a parting question, but I want to make it clear that I spent time on this topic because it is one of great human interest and concern. AI technologies appear pervasive, yet people for the most part are unaware and most definitely unprepared. And unfortunately, this leads to fear. My hope is to help accelerate the awareness. Hopefully, the retooling timeline can be accelerated. Let's please revisit the topic, and I will closely follow the revelations from Jeffrey Hinton and other notables regarding bad actors. I think one of his immediate concern is around the use of deepfakes.
Absolutely. The pace of AI development and its increasing pervasiveness in society definitely warrant ongoing discussion and vigilance. It's essential to have these conversations and ensure that as many people as possible are informed about the implications, benefits, and potential risks of these technologies. Deepfakes, which are synthetic media where a person in an existing image or video is replaced with someone else's likeness using AI techniques, are indeed a significant concern. They can be used maliciously to create convincing yet fraudulent video or audio content, potentially contributing to misinformation, fraud, or other harmful actions. Jeffrey Hinton's concerns, as well as those of many other researchers and AI ethicists, emphasize the importance of using AI responsibly and developing safeguards and policies to prevent misuse. As we move forward with the development and deployment of AI technologies, it's critical to ensure ethical guidelines, transparency, and public engagement are at the forefront of these advancements. Feel free to return whenever you wish to continue this discussion or explore other topics. I'm here to help answer any questions you might have to the best of my ability.
M Squared here. I hope you enjoyed episode 2, a conversation with ChatGPT part 2. This episode was a continuation of our query into artificial intelligence. For some of you, you already have a background in AI. You're either an engineer, you're a practitioner, or you're just someone who studied the technology and you understand it. For you, I hope there was something that you were able to glean from the podcast. If you have any tips, I'd love it if you share those tips. For others who are not immersed in artificial intelligence, I hope you were able to get a sense, get a basic understanding of the technology, what's happening in this dynamic field. And I hope if you had fears that this helped to minimize, allay some of those fears and encourage you to learn more about the technology, to explore a little bit further, pay a little bit more attention. You call a call center, now you're going to be thinking twice as to who are you dealing with or what am I dealing with. I'll certainly discuss artificial intelligence in future episodes. I'm really happy that you guys have joined the podcast. And so that leads me to episode 3. In episode 3, it's not another conversation with ChatGPT. There's no synthesized M Squared voice. And we will have a one-on-one conversation with a real human. Yeah, so this will be a person-to-person conversation. We're going to talk ag tech. Until then, take care.